Planning a trip to Paris is really exciting, but if you don't plan properly, you could miss out on some amazing experiences, end up standing in long lines, or wasting lots of money. Paris is a city full of history, culture, and incredible food, but it can also be overwhelming with tourist traps, expensive mistakes, and transportation confusion if you don't know what to expect. So in this video, we'll share 12 essential planning tips that will help you save money, avoid stress, and make the most out of your time in the City of Lights. From booking must-see attractions in advance to packing smart and using the best transportation options, these tips will set you up for a smooth trip in Paris. Allez, on y va. The first place to look if you want to make sure you're not wasting money when you're planning your trip to Paris is when you book your hotel. Booking your reservation directly through the hotel's website is generally better for you. You're likely to find lower rates and exclusive discounts, more flexibility if you need to make changes to your reservation, and some special perks like room upgrades, late checkouts, or free breakfast. When you book through a third party like Hotels.com or Booking.com, you'll probably have stricter terms and cancellation policies with non-refundable options, and there may be other hidden fees. Another big difference between booking directly through the hotel versus a third-party site is the customer service. Even though it's their hotel, they don't have access to support reservations made through other sources when issues come up. So for anything from handling special requests to getting priority when assigning rooms on site, you're better off booking directly with the hotel itself. In short, booking direct means more perks, fewer headaches, and often better deals overall. And we put a link in the description below to our guide with 125 of our fully vetted locations in Paris.
Now, the next tip is about booking your attraction tickets way in advance for things like Versailles, Le Louvre, or Sainte-Chapelle right here. Now, this will save time, it will secure the entry, and it will avoid disappointment. Now, these famous sites attract millions of visitors yearly, leading to long lines and sold-out time slots, especially during peak season. Now, at Le Louvre, walk-up tickets are no longer available, meaning advance booking is the only way to guarantee entry. The Eiffel Tower often sells out days in advance, and last-minute tickets may only be available for inconvenient times or expensive guided tours. Versailles is known for its massive crowds and can have multi-hour wait times, so pre-booking allows you to skip the long lines and enter at the designated time. Advance tickets also help plan your itinerary efficiently, giving you more time to enjoy the city instead of standing in queues. Booking ahead is a simple step to ensure a stress-free and smooth Paris experience. And always book your attraction tickets at the official website, not on a third-party website like Viator. I'm going to put a link in the description to the official websites for all the top attractions.
The next tip has to do with packing and clothing. Now, it may sound funny as a financial thing, but you don't have to pay for those extra bags when you book your flight. Packing light is essential when you're visiting Paris, especially due to Europe's narrow streets, small hotel rooms, and public transportation challenges. And many Parisian hotels and apartments lack elevators, meaning you may have to carry that heavy luggage up several flights of stairs. The metro is crowded and has limited escalators, making it difficult to maneuver large suitcases. Additionally, taxis in Paris charge extra for oversized luggage, adding unnecessary costs. And most travelers end up wearing only half of what they pack, making bulky suitcases more of a burden than a benefit. Paris may be the fashion capital, but that doesn't mean you should overpack with dazzling new outfits for everything you do. Packing items with color schemes and accessories that you can mix and match is the way to go. And that's the true secret to a French chic wardrobe. Plan on coordinated layers to manage your comfort in changing weather, along with comfortable shoes that can go with anything. With fewer bags, you'll move around more easily, avoid baggage fees, and have space for souvenirs. Traveling light means less stress, more mobility, and more enjoyable Parisian experience without the hassle of dragging bags around. And in the end, nobody in Paris cares what you wear. So dress for yourself and have a great trip.
Packing the right travel accessories when you're coming to France can save you money, prevent issues, and keep you connected. Now, one of the first things you're gonna need to have is a plug adapter. This little bad boy that goes into a French outlet and lets you plug in your US phone charger, whether it's a Samsung or an Android. I'll go right in it and then you can charge your phone. And there is a huge difference between a plug adapter and a plug converter. This will adapt to the plug and let you charge your thing. This will convert the power from 110, which is what we have in the US, to 220 in France. Now, personally, I don't recommend that. We get a lot of questions on a weekly basis with people that want to bring a curling iron or some kind of device that you want to plug in the bathroom, and it's rarely a good idea because more often than not, you're going to run into issues. The next thing you want to bring with you is a portable luggage scale. This little thing here. So you're putting it to the strap of your luggage, and then you lift your luggage and it will tell you how heavy is your suitcase and whether or not it is within the limits of what your airlines allows. And this will be a lot less money if they try to charge you for an overweight luggage. The next travel accessories that I always have with me is a money belt, this little thing. It goes right on your belly, directly under your clothes, and inside of it you can keep passport, credit cards, all the valuable stuff that you have that you know that nobody can get to it. Yes, there are pickpockets, but mostly they're going to try to get in your pocket on the outside, easily accessible. They're not going to try to get underneath your clothes. So this will keep all your stuff safe, and it's a must-have when you're going to Paris and actually all major cities in Europe. The next travel accessories I have with me in Europe is my sling. And I prefer this much more than a backpack because I can wear it right in front of me. It's got a zip in the front where I can put my phone, and then my phone is in front of me, and then I have pockets on the inside. I even have this one for the water bottle. And when I'm not in the metro in an area there's a lot of pickpockets, I just put it behind me and I have another little pouch here. This is a must-have, and it's much better than a backpack because you don't know what's going on behind you. And with this, if I'm in the metro, I have it right there. You're not getting to this. Another one of my must-have travel accessories, I will not leave home without it, is my power bank. This has saved my butt more than one time. And I can charge 3 mobile phones with this one. So I can be charging my phone, Colleen can be charging her phone, and my son Charlie can be charging all at the same time. The other reason why I like this is I don't like using the power banks in the airport or in the train stations. I've heard plenty of horror stories of plugging your stuff on an outlet that you don't know the source of, and people get their data stolen or get a virus infection. With this, I will have power anywhere I am. I don't have to be where everybody is at the power bank. I can be sitting in my chair, get some juice, and I have never drained that thing completely in one day. This is absolutely amazing. Now, if you are a power user, I would recommend this one, and this Ankler power bank can literally charge your laptop and a phone. This is the big daddy. I don't take this with me everywhere, but this will come with me everywhere. And last but not least, travel accessories I have with me so I can save money or avoid wasting money is the AirTag. If you've traveled a lot, and I have, you're bound to lose your luggage in one port or another. Sometimes it never left the city that you were in, and sometimes it's right around the corner. The AirTag will tell you exactly where your suitcase is. You don't have to waste time in the airport waiting for something that stayed in Philadelphia. The AirTag will save you time and money. Now, if you want to buy any of those products, I've put a link in the description. Check it out and see if it's a good fit for you.
The next tip has to do with planning your itinerary. Because when you're planning your itinerary to Paris, you need to start with your must-do things first. Whether it's the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or a Seine River cruise, prioritize these experiences before you move on. Next, group activities by location to minimize unnecessary travel time. For example, visit Notre Dame, Saint-Chapelle, and the Latin Quarter on the same day. Or combine the Arc de Triomphe with a Champs-Élysées stroll. It's important to factor in realistic travel times between the things you'd like to do. Consider whether you're taking the metro, walking, and the occasional traffic delays with Ubers or taxis. And you can check out this video to get an idea of how long it takes to get from one place to another. We don't recommend scheduling more than one big thing per day. Leave some flexible time slots for spontaneous exploration, cafe breaks, and shopping, because Paris is best explored at a nice slow pace. Balance sightseeing with downtime, a picnic in the park, enjoying a long lunch, or just people watching in a cafe to experience the city's charm without the burnout. And here's a pro tip. When we travel anywhere in France, we always pay attention to the national holidays in Europe, especially the French school holidays. From one week to the next, you could have smooth travel and empty attractions, or the next week having crowded trains, restaurants, and attractions, because the French love it here too. For example, we're traveling in the first week of April, right before the national school break, so we can have a peaceful time and probably have the place to ourselves. And if planning your itinerary is still stressing you out, we'll put a link in the description below to a local Parisian who can help you out with those details.
The next tip is carrying cash in Paris is not necessary because credit cards are widely accepted in bistros, restaurants, even little shops all over the city and all over France. And contactless payment, including Apple Pay and Google Pay, are also common. Unlike some destinations, Paris does not accept US dollars. The local currency is euros. So any cash you bring will need to be exchanged at a place like this. If you need euros, avoid airport exchange kiosks with high fees and instead withdraw cash from bank ATMs for the best rates. Currency exchange offices exist, but major French banks like BNP and Société Générale offer a much fairer exchange rate. That said, it's still useful to carry a small amount of 20 to 50 euros for market, public restrooms, or smaller bakeries that may prefer cash. But overall, you can confidently rely on cards in Paris, making it unnecessary to carry large sums of cash. When planning a trip to Paris, it can be confusing because you have so many websites that offer all kinds of information, but many times it's contradictory. So we've put together an easy-to-use app that is available on your computer or on your tablet, and of course on your mobile phone. We've put tons of info from transportation tips, recommended hotel options, ideally selected for visitors, info on all the attractions, and best of all, an interactive map of Paris with all our favorite bakeries, restaurants, and sweet treats. I put a link in the description. Check it out and see if it's a good fit for you.
When you're traveling to Paris, it's essential to bring comfortable shoes, because you're going to be doing a lot more walking than you think. The city is best explored on foot, whether you're strolling along the Seine, wandering through the hills of Montmartre, or navigating a massive museum like the Louvre. Many metro stations also lack escalators or elevators, meaning that you're going to be climbing a lot of stairs. Parisian streets, especially in historic areas like Le Marais or Ile de la Cité, often have cobblestones, which can be tough on your feet and are super impractical on those flimsy heeled shoes. Blisters, sore feet, or twisted ankles can quickly ruin your trip. So opt for a well-cushioned sneaker, walking shoes, or better yet, stylish flats with support.
Next one is planning on using your mobile phone while you're in France and avoiding paying those extra roaming charges. Now, many international travelers unknowingly rack up huge charges because their home carrier's roaming rates for calls, text, and data can be extremely high. Before your trip, check with your provider to see if they offer an affordable international plan or if roaming is included. Now, a cheaper alternative is using an eSIM like Airlo, which provides affordable local data without needing a physical SIM card. You can activate a French data plan instantly, ensuring access to Google Maps, translation, and travel maps without interruptions. Now, if your phone doesn't support eSIMs, consider purchasing a local SIM card with Orange or SFR upon arrival. Now, bear in mind that free public Wi-Fi is available in cafes, hotels, train stations, and airports, but relying on it alone isn't practical. So planning ahead ensures that you're staying connected without overpaying.
In Paris, there are 4 distinct seasons, and each one requires different clothes for comfort and ease, and just so you have a great time. In spring, or March through May, the weather is mild, around 50 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, but unpredictable with occasional rain, so pack layers and a light jacket and an umbrella. Stylish sneakers or ankle boots are ideal for walking. In summer, from June to August, the temperatures range from 65 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit with occasional heat waves. Light, breathable clothing, sunglasses, and a refillable water bottle are must-haves, so avoid heavy backpacks and opt for comfortable sandals or sneakers. In autumn, or September through November, expect cooler temperatures, around 45 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and some rain, so bring a trench coat, scarves, and layered outfits to stay warm and chic. Waterproof shoes are pretty helpful for those rainy days. And in the winter, from December to February, Paris is cold, but it's rarely freezing, with temperatures around 37 to 45. Pack a warm coat, gloves, and waterproof boots, because rain is common. A stylish wool coat and cozy layers will keep you warm while blending in with the Parisians. But remember, it's always best to check the 10-day forecast before you come, so you know.
Planning your transportation to and from the airport or to and from the train station will ensure a smooth arrival and stress-free, and it will avoid confusion. So first, beware of taxi scams when exiting customs or exiting the train station. The real official taxis never ever stand inside the airport, and anyone soliciting you for a taxi ride inside the airport or the train station is guaranteed to be a scammer. Official taxis from CDG to Central Paris cost a fixed 55 or 62 euros. And you know it's an official taxi when it has the little taxi sign on the roof of the car. For budget-friendly options, take the RER-B train or the Orly bus from Orly. They're both reliable and cost-effective. And I'd recommend that you watch both of these videos right here about going to and from the airport. Now, if you prefer a seamless arrival, consider booking a FastPass concierge service, which provides personalized airport assistance, priority custom clearance, and a private driver. Now, that's ideal for first-time visitors or those arriving after a long flight, or if you just want to be pampered upon arrival. Now, by planning, you'll save money, avoid scams, and ensure a hassle-free start to your Paris adventure. Renting a car in France is a great option if you want to explore the countryside. But driving in Paris is never a good idea. The traffic is awful, the rules are complicated, and there's hardly any parking. Now, the city has an excellent public transportation system, making car unnecessary and more of a hassle than a convenience. However, for trips to the Loire Valley, Normandy, Provence, or the French Riviera, renting a car gives you freedom and flexibility. When booking, checks for automatic versus manual transmission, as many rental cars in France are manual by default. Ensure you have an international driving permit if required, and be aware of toll roads, the péage, on highways. Gas prices are higher than in the US, so consider fuel-efficient options. If driving outside cities, watch for speed cameras, as fines are strict for Paris. Now, the best is to stick to trains, metros, and taxi. It's easier and stress-free. And if you're going to be driving in France, make sure to watch this video with all the explanation of the driving rules. Taking the train in France is often faster, cheaper, and a lot more convenient than flying. The TGV, or high-speed train, connects major cities like Paris, Lyon, Bordeaux, and Marseille in just a few hours, often quicker than flying when you factor in airport security, check-in, and travel to and from the airports. Trains are also more comfortable with spacious seats, no baggage fees, and scenic views of the French countryside. Now, unlike budget airlines, there are no hidden fees for luggage or seat selection, making train travel more cost-effective and hassle-free. To get the best price, make sure to book your tickets months in advance on SNCF Connect, the official French trains website, or use an app like Trainline. Prices rise significantly as departure dates get closer, so early bookings
save up to 50% or more. Now, for most domestic trips, train beats planes in France. Less stress, more comfort, and better savings.
In this video, we shared 12 planning tips for your visit to Paris. And next, I would watch this video on how to avoid wasting money when you're here.